It's the dreaded four-letter word parents hate to hear. Lice. Find out the first thing you should do if your kid catches them.
Moms everywhere are familiar with this. We're often afraid to admit it, but lots of kids come home from school and sleepovers with an unwanted gift: head lice.
They're creepy, they're crawly, and they're hiding in your children's hair. They're lice. Every kid's biggest fear and every parent's worst nightmare. As many as 12 million children get head lice every year. And for parents, camps, and schools, the social stigma and embarrassment can be just as bad as the itch. But what is the best way to get rid of those pesky little bugs? Experts now say that lice have adapted to resist many over-the-counter treatments, sending parents into a panic to track down upscale lice specialists, shelling out hundreds of dollars per treatment. So what's a parent to do if your child comes home with a head full of lice?
And joining me now is Liz Salovey from the Lice Treatment Center. Thank you so much for being here. I'm reading this story in the New York Times about all this stuff like louse busters and hair fairies. This is becoming a big business.
Lice treatment has become a big business.
Is there more of it now than there used to be?
Well, I can tell you how I was introduced to it. My daughter got head lice. I'm a mother of 5. And it can be such a disruption in your life.
And it's embarrassing. You just are like, oh no, how could that happen to us?
Absolutely.
All right, so first of all, you talk about prevention. These are all products that you have, but I mean, there are other things that you can do. Tell us what you do to prevent them from the first place. When you get that letter,
home
from school,
you go buy lice prevention products, and you use them regularly. A lot of our camps use them as their shampoo for the entire summer. They put them in their showers.
You've got leave-in hair tonic, shampoo, conditioner, and you've got some fabric spray. Okay, now say the worst things happen and you get the lice anywhere.
If I had lice and I were a mother now, I'd call me, 888-LICE away, but I'd use the treatment shampoo first. You apply that, you leave it on. This is a home kit, so this is for someone who's not going to use the service. It's sold in pharmacies cross country.
All right, this little lice comb that we have, I think we have some video that shows of how you actually comb through with this. Courtney Novogratz, who was just on and has 7 children, says that she uses Pantene and baking soda and this little magic comb to get rid of the lice.
She probably does, but there's no shortcut for anyone to getting rid of head lice. It's a lot of hard work.
Yeah, and
that's why people call companies like us.
Exactly. So this is the treatment that you, how long a treatment does it take?
Getting rid of lice on one child can be several hours. It's not easy. It takes meticulous work. You have to really comb from top to bottom.
And that's what we're looking at the combing process right now, and you really have to be certain about what you're doing.
Absolutely. You have to be precise, and it's also a very intimate experience. So you really need somebody professional to walk through your door.
I would think so. Thank you for suggesting that. And then last but not least, these are
over-the-counter products. They're toxic products, and they're the typical lice prevention products that the pediatrician may have recommended originally. Lice have really developed an immunity to these products, and these little tiny combs are so difficult to use, they don't
get through, because you can just see the difference if you take a look at them. I have to put my papers under my arm. But you see, look at that, the difference between the two of them, so I can see what you're talking about. How long typically do lice last? You've done the whole first process, but you have to keep looking for how long?
You have to keep checking for 1 week. We have a system and a protocol that when we leave, even when our technicians leave, who are really meticulous, no one's better, we leave them with a protocol for 1 week.
And what about all the stuff in the house? You have to bag it up and make sure
Everything can go in the dryer. You don't really have to bag it, but you have to vacuum, and that's why we have our fabric and upholstery spray.
And it just takes for a very long time. And here's a letter, by the way, that you guys got from a little girl or a little boy that says, "Thank you so much for helping and checking us. You're a lot of help and very nice. Goodbye, head lice. For now." That's what this kid said. Oh.
Well, this letter is about the technician you saw combing there, and I wouldn't want to send anyone to your home that I wouldn't want to come through my own front door.
Yeah, well, thank you so much. Some
Thank you
great
for having
tips
me.
for us today.